for 2 years, and he's very loving. Every occasion he order flowers to send me, chocolate, and once he is here, he really spoiled me and makes me very happy. What can I ask for? But then suddenly I received Facebook message from my ex Filipino boyfriend who is working in a cruise ship in Norway. Cruise ship, and what's that cruise ship?
On a cruise ship. A ship that goes on cruises. It's an English word, huh?
Okay, so at least in the boat, working in a boat.
He's in a boat.
Okay.
He's in the boat.
So we don't know what's his job on the boat.
No, I don't need to know it.
Oh, okay. Where we are now. So, makes me ex-boyfriend who is working in a cruise ship in Norway. I reply and then become constant every day. We video call all. But I didn't betray my husband because there was no physical involved and we just friendly talk.
You started up with your ex-boyfriend and now you are communicating to him every day and you're not betraying your husband? Have a look in the dictionary at the word betrayal.
Okay. Let me finish her problem. There is also a night that my husband asked what makes me busy and I respond him, I talked to a friend. I didn't lie to him. Okay.
Well, you were economical with the truth, as the Americans say.
Please advise me, is there a reason to worry in the future of my connections with my ex, Rachel? Okay.
Look at it this way. What if your ex happened to bump into your present and they're chatting unbeknownst to each other, and then your ex starts to tell him about this wonderful lady that he used to be with but is no longer there, but suddenly she's now writing to him every day. Isn't that wonderful? I wonder what the husband would say when he found out that it was his wife that this man has now got some kind of a close correspondence relationship with. So you could say that you've got a long distance relationship with this man, because if he's your ex, then you enjoyed some, shall we say, quality time with him. And I doubt that your husband would be happy to listen in on these conversations that you have.
Yeah.
Quit, walk away,
Yeah,
block, block, delete. Tell him, no thanks, no more, it wasn't right, and I should be more honest and loyal. And stop kidding yourself that you are not telling lies. If you describe someone as, oh, I'm just writing to a friend, that's not the description, is it, that fits the situation? Beth?
Yeah, I think, quit as soon as possible, because betrayal could be not just on physical but also in verbal, So it could be that that's why I don't believe, to be friend with the ex, because there's always been a side effect on that, So my advice to you is, while there is no fire, too much fire happen, just cut it right away, because what if your ex that you communicate now will meet you, will come home.
What if he suddenly turns up?
Yeah, turns up on your door, or come home in the Philippines and you meet and then you're fired together. What happened? You're gonna have physically, and that's the time will the fire go up, So while it's not been there on that stage, cut the communications, and because even whatever you say that you just been friends, there's already betrayal because you're not telling to your husband that you've been having a communications with your ex, and at the same time it seems that your love to your ex has been rekindled, been connected now, and you feel that, oh, I'm okay, I'm very happy if you communicate, because every day you've been communicating to your ex, and it seems that your time to communicate to your husband has been reduced, so
reduced.
Yeah, so my advice to you now is cut, and at the same time you got mistakes, you You got mistakes on this stage now, and don't make that mistakes will ruin to your relationship with your husband. If you're the reasons why X become X, it's because they're not worthy to become your present. Okay?
That's right. Now look at it this way. Do you think that you could allow your husband to be a fly on the wall? In other words, like an unseen, unrecognized spectator in these conversations that you have with your ex? Do you think that he could willingly, happily know what's going on?
Yeah.
And I very much doubt it. Very much doubt it. If somebody in some undefinable way finds out about this, who knows your husband, and if he tells your husband, what do you think your husband is going to say?
Yeah, I see.
Well, that's all. This is just a friend. That's all. It's just a
Yeah,
friend
no
who
one
she
believed that.
communicates to every day. No, it's not right.
Yeah, because your ex has an agenda from the very beginning.
I'm sorry to say,
he got
I agree.
he had an agenda to communicate to you. So
Yeah.
now
You don't
that,
go into those details, by the way, do you?
yeah, so cut the relationship, cut the communication, and at the same time, be honest to your husband. Even if your husband is very, very far away from you, your husband didn't know, but God knows what you're doing.
Yeah, and you've been
Okay.
telling us how wonderful your husband is and how he spoils you. And
He's not worthy of your betrayal.
boy. Doesn't he deserve to be?
Deserve.
He deserves to be treated right.
Yeah, he deserved.
Okay.
So again, that's my advice. Although they try to cut right away now because they got saying in Bisaya, ang gidili maoy lami.
I was going to say
Yeah.
that.
There's a Visayan saying that the what do you call that? The unwanted is the one that wanted. I don't know. It's like ang gidili maoy lami. So in other words, the relationship that is not right, sometimes the one that you wanted to do it. Right? What do you call that?
I have no idea what you were talking about.
I still have a jet
the
lag,
one
okay?
the one that you.
In other words, the forbidden love, sometimes the one that wanted to try, right? You got
Sometimes when you've moved on, and you have a moment to think about it, you start reminiscing, and you only remember the good parts, and then when you haven't got the problem
You
of
remember.
keeping a relationship together, in other words, the good times and the bad times, which have to be confronted and handled and worked through, all that you're having is just, well, wasn't it wonderful? Don't you remember when we went and we were on the lake and there were stars in the sky, and you don't remember the fact that he probably cheated on you and let you down, or you did the same to him. This could be history repeating itself, and it's not going to be nice. As my mother used to say, it'll end in tears. I'm telling you.
So my advice, what's the name of that singer? My advice,
Cha-cha?
no,
Is it?
Rachel, or Raquel, my advice to you is,
Can you stop throwing my phone around?
my advice to you is, focus and be faithful to your husband. Because what if